So we're in the habitat that favors our non-vascular land plants. This is the understory of a forest. I'm in pretty dense shade, and the ground is pretty earthy beneath me and fairly moist. So a good carpet of mosses down here. And let me get you in zoom in. So mosses have what we call leaves, but they are not. They don't have vascular tissue, so they don't have veins, and the veins don't move their water up. Instead, they kind of have to stay close to the ground where they can get access to the water and sort of sponge it up through their tissues to be able to have access to it. And there aren't too many. This isn't necessarily a good time of year for reproduction in mosses. Not too many of these are reproducing actively right now. But we do see some sporophytes here. So these stalks, these just terminate in a capsule that doesn't look really any fatter than the stalk itself. But this structure here coming out of the green leafy thing is a sporophyte. So this is the result of fertilization. There was an egg on the plant that was fertilized by a sperm, and that turned into this sporophyte with the kind of orangey stalk, and then a little bit different color as it gets toward the top. That's going to have the spores inside, and those will be ready to disperse when this spore structure matures. And kind of a dry period right now. Is sort of a shriveled up characteristic to these mosses. And that's another neat feature of mosses, is that unlike the vascular plants, they can do okay in general drying out and then just rehydrating. So sometimes mosses will just sort of dry and curl up in place, and then they can come right back to life if things get better, conditions get wetter. So kind of depending on the season, depending on the conditions, these are growing in different levels of lushness, I guess. And pretty fortunate right now to see at least a little reproduction in our moss here.